The Viv Vision campaign event and milestones are live. What do you need to do to max out these milestones? How is Hulkbuster going to be released? And we're discussing some of the best recruiting tips for your alliance in Marvel Strike Force. And if you're ready for all of that, plus all of your mailbag questions, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Find that like button. And let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Yes, hello. What is up, Valley Club? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready to discuss all about this Viv Vision event, all about Hulkbuster's unlock method from the data mines, and we got a bunch of your questions because it is Monday from the mailbag, and if you want to leave your questions for one of these future Monday mailbag videos, make sure you are a member of the Discord. The link is down below, and go to that mailbag question channel. Get your question potentially featured in one of these upcoming mailbag videos. We do this every week. But without further ado, let's discuss this Viv Vision event that is going on with some milestones as well, and what you need to do to max these out. Let's go into the game right now and take a look at what we have as far as milestones. So the main one we have is this Techno Future milestones. That's the one for the whole month. But the main milestones that we have for Viv Vision right now are these Vision of Tomorrow. So major ones you want to get is gonna be the one all the way down here. There it is, milestone 34, 76,500 points is where you're going to get the adamantium arm. That is going to give you a ton of points for the Techno Future milestones. That is where you need to get to. The rest of the stuff is very good, but as far as the points towards these Techno Future milestones, this is where you need to get to, milestone 34. If you do that, that should be good with this event. All right, so that is where we need to get to. What do we need to do to get that? Well, there's a few different ways we can score. One is opening an iron-willed orb. There's a few different ways to earn that. And you could spend power cores. Now, if you're just refreshing your campaign energy or your event campaign energy, that should be enough to get you a lot of power core spending, enough to at least get that adamantium arm. Let's go take a look at some of these events going on right now. And the first way you're gonna get those orbs, those iron-willed orbs, is from this campaign. And it, just like we've had with these previous campaign characters, I think we just had this with Valkyrie, we're getting these spending power cores going in conjunction with this. Now, the good thing is that if you are doing your refreshes, you're going to be spending power cores anyway, which is going to increase your scoring for this event. So yeah, every time you spend power cores, you can do that. Now, there's two different ways that you could spend your power cores. You could do all the 50 refreshes, or you could do all the 50s and some of the hundreds. If you're going into the sum of the hundreds in conjunction with the Blitz milestones and these and the amount of orbs that you get from this campaign, you should be able to get all of the points for the adamantium arm, and you're going to get that 5 red star vision as well. So you need to spend, if you're spending 200 cores per day, which is 100 here and then 100 on your normal refresh, or 200 cores in this campaign just on these 50 refreshes, you're gonna get about 23 orbs. You should get another 10 or so from your Blitz milestones, which is gonna bet you just slightly under what you need for the adamantium arm. But when you're going and combining that with the power cores, that should be enough. Now, that should be enough to get you at least the adamantium arm. So spend your power cores on this event campaign for Viv Vision. She does look to be a very good character down the road. Part of the unlock for the War Horseman, and is an important part of this tech solution for the Doom raids or the Ultimus raids or whatever raid you're in right now. So that's that one. Now, we also have another Blitz milestone going on right now that is going to give you more of these iron-willed orbs. That is this Vessel to Victory milestones. Now, if we look at the description for this, this is going to be a 2-day milestone that takes place 3 times. So as you can see, the first one, we are in the middle of it right now, and we're pretty much done with it. Now, the scoring for this, Blitz wins, Blitz Sim wins, you're really gonna score the most points by refreshing and using your iron-willed characters, especially if you have them geared past gear 15, because you're gonna score these 30 points for the gear 15. You're gonna score an additional 30 points because you have them at above gear tier 13, and then you're gonna score these additional 60 points. This is per character because with all these iron-willed characters. So you can score a bunch of points for these Blitz wins. I I would just recommend using your Iron Will characters if you want to blitz as little as possible, especially if you have them geared up. All right, next, we also have a web milestone going on right now. And if we look at what the web milestones say, we don't know exactly how many days it's going to run, but the good thing is, or I guess the bad thing, it doesn't contain any of these Iron Will fragments. So if you happen to miss this, you're not missing too much, but make sure you are going to the web milestones. You have these Legacy 3 orb fragments. You're getting 1.5 orbs per day. You're also getting 3 of these silver promo credits, and you're getting half a gold orb per day. All you need to do is spend your normal campaign energy. So ISO 8 energy does not count. The special Viv Vision campaign energy does not count. Only your normal campaign energy will count towards this. But like I said, it is not related to these Viv Vision, these Vision of Tomorrow milestones in the game right now. So that is the main one. Decent rewards here, nothing too spectacular, except trying to get all of these relay circuits and that adamantium arm to give you the most possible relay circuits for this Techno Future milestone. So Blitz, do this. We're gonna have this occur 3 times, and with those 3 times, you should get almost 10 orbs of these Iron Willed orbs. So that is it. Do all these, get your refreshes in. If you happen to miss some of your refreshes, you could make up some of this with some power core spending, or you could just spend a little more in the Viv Vision event campaign and get more of these Iron Willed orbs and get the total you want. But again, the big number that you want to get to is milestone 34, and that is 76,500 points. So that is what we have, this Viv Vision event going on right now. Hopefully you get the max amount of shards. She is going to be an important character down the road. More of a Scourge unlock team and not a Horseman team. So not a character that you need to take up to gear 17, but you need to build them enough to unlock Red Hulk when he finally comes to the game. All right, let's take a look at some data mines, because we did get some data mines about Hulkbuster. And if we look, it says encase your allies with a state-of-art protection. Lots of barrier thrown out from Hulkbuster. It says how to recruit an upcoming campaign event, Monsterverse Machine. I know there's some speculation of some different modes that we were wanting to return. I'm not sure how this is going to be released though. So let me know your thoughts. What is this event campaign? We already know that we have a campaign event going on right now for Viv Vision. So that is probably not the method. It's probably not going to be a Blitz release, but it may be a Blitz tied to milestones, or maybe some of these previous events that people wanted to come back, like Pocket Dimension or Tower Mode or something else. We will see. Let me know your thoughts. It looks like he's going to be released very, very soon though. So get your guesses in as soon as possible. We probably will find out very soon what his official release method is, but we know it's an event called Monsterverse Machine. Let's move on to your questions though, Valley Club. We got some good ones today. All right, what up, brother? Backstory. We're a newer alliance that started up in May or June with a handful from a previous alliance. We left because there were multiple people that did nothing towards contributions or very minimal effort towards anything. Our alliance has recently had an issue with no participation from some members. What's your advice for attaining quality people to join a competitive mindset group that's just starting up? We're doing the normal posting in content creator Discords and the MSF Discord. Any other advice? So I think you're doing the right thing. You know, you got people that are slacking, and then you got people that are trying very hard in your alliance. And what I've found, just in the happiness of this game, it's best to be in an alliance with people that have activity levels around yours. So if you're someone that's very casual, you probably want to be matched with other casual players. If you're someone that's really hardcore, probably want to match with other hardcore players, because any other kind of scenario is going to be very frustrating for the other alliance members and yourself. So try to get in there with active players that have activity levels similar to yours. That is my first one. Discord, I do like Discord. And I communicate mainly with my alliance on Discord, which is why Discord is my #1 recommendation. But let's say you use Facebook to communicate with your alliance. I've had alliances in Marvel Future Fight that did that. So that it works. It's not the best method of communication, but you can do that. And if you're using Facebook as your primary communication method, that is where I would be recruiting. Same thing with Line. I've had alliances back in Marvel Strike Force and Future Revolution or Future Fight that used Line. I'm not sure if anyone still uses that. This was years ago that I used to do that, but if you're using Line as your main communication method, that is where you should recruit. The worst places, in my opinion, are in game because you don't know who the heck you're talking to, or on Reddit because there's such a wide variety of players there. And other thing here with starting an alliance, and in Marvel Strike Force, I haven't managed an alliance because of what happened in Marvel Future Fight. It just took so much time. I didn't have time to play the game and do like normal real life stuff and run an alliance. So I've stepped back from that. But what I've found that worked well there and works well in alliances in Marvel Strike Force is setting clear expectations for your members. And if they fall short of that, clearly explain what consequences is gonna come upon them if they don't meet those expectations, and no exceptions unless that's communicated beforehand. You know, you may be giving a strike system, so if they violate those strikes, then they get kicked, or each strike is a warning and three strikes gets kicked, or whatever method you want to use. Also, I know there's real life stuff that comes up, so in a lot of the alliances that I'm in, not that I'm leading, but the alliances that I'm in, communication is very important. So if you do something bad or slack off, as long as you're communicating beforehand or communicating with your alliance, there's a lot of room for error there. But it's when there's no communication and no activity, that's when people get upset. All right, I'm going to skip this next question because some of the other responses are responses to this question here. So let's go to Fukazi's response here in response to this a question about recruiting. It takes a lot of work sometimes. I led active casuals across some multiple games over 5 years now by focus on the balance in our name. We've picked up people via general chat, friends of members, and here on Looking for Alliance channel, and that is on the Valley Club. A lot of the content creators have their own channels for looking for Alliance, and I think you're doing the right thing by looking through those, but that is a good place as well. The other channels is a lot of noise. Best advice is stay true to who you want to be and get those players that will ride through those tough times. Even if rewards are thin for a period of time, good luck. Yeah, so not only the activity level, that's a good point. Your mindset of your progression should be very similar. So if you're really into grinding out, it's probably best to be in alliance with a lot of grinders. But if you're someone that puts very little time into the game, that's where I think you should be as far as alliance. And kind of finding people that align with you. So I like this advice here. On be willing to carry 2 to 3 that have a good start to have a good start to a good roster and can grow. More might suck for a bit, but their loyalty is worth the patience. And that is actually what happened to me. Back in beta, I did not have a very strong roster compared to the alliance that I was in, but because I was playing every day and my activity level was high, even though my roster wasn't as strong as a lot of the other people in the alliance, I had a better performance because my activity level was so high. And I think that's what you want to look for. There may be some weaker rosters like Fukazi's saying, but as long as their activity level and mindset, that's probably the two most important things, that mindset and activity level. If those are aligning with the goals of your alliance, then that is a very good alliance mate, especially if they're communicating. If they stop communicating, that's really rough, right? And then last follow-up here, and this was the original message was deleted. So I'm not sure what was said in the original message, but this is still some good feedback for alliance recruiting, especially if you are struggling with recruiting in your alliance. It depends on what you mean by committed. We have 24 players that have been mostly with me since has been with me for the ride since launch. We have attrition in cycles that match when some players have outpaced the pack and need a more hardcore alliance, and that is when I suggest going with some more harder core players. If you find yourself in an alliance like that, like you are outpacing your alliance, it's probably best to fight a different alliance and allow everyone to be happy instead of some people pulling the weight and maybe they're not okay with that. Then they get a little frustrated, you know. So it's best to find goals that align yours. Otherwise, we stay stocked at 24 players that play most of the days. We don't stress war attacks, but sit in Platinum 2. We don't stress raids, but we are happy at 60% on the Greeks and 30% on Doom 3. It's really just about being honest with what your expectations are. This is really good advice, brother. I've held on to inactive for months, depending on circumstances like military deployments or even fighting cancer. Also, sorry to clutter the mailbag. No, brother, this is some really good insight you provided onto here by someone that's actually leading an alliance and not someone that led an alliance in an older game or was part of the leadership in year 1, but year 2, 3, we're in year 4 now, have not really delved into that. So this is good advice, and I agree with pretty much everything you said here. A lot of it does align with what I was saying. Top of the morning to you, Sprinkle Genie. Looking for your thoughts in my conundrum. Fortunately, I've only completed bio in the first run of DD5 when the Apocalypse requirements were announced. So to add Agatha Gambit to my global run, to add my Doom, Sharon, Carter, Lady Deathstrike, enemies falling like flies. So my question is about Tammy Cosmic. I'm not sure who Tammy is. Maybe this is a typo here. The Cosmic Fifth. I'll just assume you meant Cosmic Fifth here. Already with Kestrel, Eternals, and Evil Doctor Strange. Would like to have the Fifth be an Apocalypse Unlock character, but there isn't any other Cosmic forecasted in upcoming character releases. So let's talk about rumors. The Skill City-based Underworld team, not likely to have a Cosmic. I'm not sure about that team. But if Excalibur team is likely to include Nightcrawler, who can be anything but Mutant Cosmic, in your opinion, or who can't really be anything but Mutant Cosmic, I don't know. I could see them making him a Global or someone like that. And, you know, I don't see him as the same vein as a Dad Bros or Cable or Bishop. I see him more as a global character, but maybe he could be Cosmic. I mean, the tech addition for the Kate Bishop tag was pretty surprising there. In your opinion, would burning orange gear to continue progress on getting my baby Dormammu, or do you think waiting until November, December for Nightcrawler, saving the orange teal gear? So I would not wait. For one, if you're waiting for Nightcrawler, he may not be a Cosmic character. He may have some other tag, like we talked about with Kate Bishop. So I wouldn't hold off for just Nightcrawler. He'll be good in the raids because that's where the rumors are for this Excalibur team. But as far as Dark Dimension 5, I would try to go in right now. Another drawback is another mutant would be an unlock requirement, so need to be done anyways. So yeah, if the rumors of Excalibur are true, that's going to be all mutants, or maybe mostly mutants. You know, like Juggernaut doesn't have that mutant tag, but it's probably going to be mostly mutants if it's not there. Let's go look at the Cosmic section right now, and we have a few different options. We have the Asgardians, who are an unlock requirement for War. Red Hulk. We also have Star-Lord T'Challa, which is a unlock, not necessarily a requirement. Those are unlock options for War Red Hulk. So you have a few different options right there. Not necessarily Horseman teams, but they're unlock options. So those are good options. I think the cheapest one is probably going to be Star-Lord T'Challa, and he may have some value in the Scourge event for Red Hulk as well. You've already done T'Challa, Icarus, Kestrel, and Heartless Doctor Strange, so those are all good options. The other one I may suggest, and not because he's a great character, but Stitcher's really cheap. You're not losing. Actually, no. Stitcher actually takes one of the uniques that the other guys do. Yeah, this gamma radiation. You're going to need a gamma radiation. Yeah, so hold off on Stitcher, even if you're planning on using him in the Scourge event there. Other one I want to talk about, and may have a little more value, is Yondu. Now, Yondu is not a cheap character. He does take that Uru there, so you're going to have a little bit of the overlap with your Asgardians, but if your Asgardians are already built, Yondu might be a character to take in, just because he's going to give you some value in a Scourge unlock there. That is about it. There's not really a lot of characters that stand out. I don't think there's a lot of great characters coming, so I think you're going to be safe with no matter who you go with. We also have the Infinity Watch, who still does have some value there, but I think your best bet is going to be to go with one of the hero Asgardians, or Star-Lord T'Challa, or Yondu. That is who I would pick if I was not complete with Dark Dimension 5 right now, my brother. And I hope this some of these things to consider helps you. All right, let's move on to the next question. Hey, Valley, do you recommend, who do you recommend for 5th of A-Force in Cosmic Crucible, not including Doom? I got him on defense, a team that can take out young Avengers mainly. It's very tough. It's very tough to take out the Young Avengers without Doom. It's not really the A-Force that does it. It's pretty much Doom that does it. So you're going to struggle Cosmic Crucible without them. And you're going to struggle in War without Doom as well. And Pasha, who I recently faced in Cosmic Crucible, and he beat me. So he knows better than me. Or at least in that war he did. For them to reliably take out Young Avengers, they need Doom as the 5th. I would agree with this. If JJ doesn't feed him energy on turn 1, it could get very hairy, seeing how most of their kits rely heavily on War. And let me also add into the fact that most people are already heavily invested in your Young Avengers for the Rogue Scourge events. So you're going to need a strong team, and Doom probably can be that strong. It's going to be tough for the A-Force to get there, just considering how the limited yellow stars that we've had for Nico Minoru and Spider-Woman are. So that is it. Hopefully these helps you. Let me know what you're doing on this Viv Vision campaign event, and how hard are you going to push the milestones. You're going to spend 200 cores a day, 400 cores a day, more, less? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your guesses for a Hulkbuster, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for everybody that left a question on this Monday mailbag, and hopefully we got more next week. Have a great one, guys. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. I will see you guys next time.